It's okay. So welcome to the discussion. We've had the inauguration of a new president in Ghana, a new era of John Mahama. After going in opposition for 8 years, the man is back again. How did you see the whole inauguration?
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It looked a bit different from the usual.
Yeah, it was beautiful. You could see a lot went into the planning of the events. You could see the traditional ways. The kente was all over.
The kente was all over. The kente was all over. I think we are beginning to appreciate our culture.
Yeah.
That even within everything, we try to have a bit of
it. Yes, it's beautiful. So it was colorful. The dresses made it even more colorful, and we could see the whole setup, the seating arrangement, everything was planned.
It was on point.
Everything was on point, and everyone knew which part they had to play, which role they had. You don't see many people clattering, coming up and down, going all over. Everybody knew what they had to do.
You see, so back to the dressing. You saw the president's dress. You saw a video, I think today or yesterday, where he was actually directing his designer on how to do this and all that.
Ghana. All credit to him.
It was a beautiful dress.
It was humbling to know that regardless of all upon his shoulders, he still took time to check the intricacies of the dress he was going to put. Well, the guy mentioned that he didn't know if he was going to put that on or something, but so far as it was, maybe he would have known that's what he put on all the same. But then it's still nice to see that he had the time. He took time off to be able to look at how it would hang on his shoulders, how everything should fit in. That was nice.
Because of his speech.
We should spend some time to do that for ourselves.
His speech. Yeah, people are
his speech.
Is this a matter?
I thought when he was about to mount the podium to give that, I thought of it. So if the man goes and he bars right now, but he's always been a great communicator. So
but is that 2 lines?
It was long. If it was short, I'll be all smiles from beginning to at some point. I left to go do something, but then he took every point. He tackled everything.
He tackled every point
from the global view down to
his
countrymen.
Yes, make it fun. Speaking of the former presidents, how they all started in 1996 when they all entered parliament. When he had hair and the former president still had a bald on. That was very interesting. Anyway, I think he touched
nice. He touched on
almost every part you needed him to touch on. Spoke on the business environment, helping the macroeconomic environment, and then what else?
He spoke on how countries should come together to unite so that we can all work to improve the digital environment and see how we can leverage on that for development.
Yes. He also touched on the 24-hour model.
Yes, he spoke on that as well.
Okay. So generally it was fine. Let's come to
we those who queue to vote for him and how our votes are going to matter.
Now let's come to our woman. The first Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast, the first Minister of Education in Ghana, female Minister of Education in Ghana,
and then the first
female Vice President in Ghana. The lady is the first in everything. She's also a professor. In fact, she's an inspiration to so many women. Yes, and that's hard work. It didn't come easy. It's something she's really worked for. And during the campaign, even at the age of 70, going up and down the various regions and all that. Yeah. She's a strong woman.
Strong. Pray that God gives her the strength to stand up for us throughout the time, and then hand over the mantle for it to continue. It's nice to see it happen. You could see everyone was all smiles. Everyone was happy, especially the women, beaming.
It's like
yes, it gives us great hope because there are some issues that never get to be deeply discussed as they need to, unless you have somebody of the gender letting you know. So knowing that now there's somebody in the main seat who is a female, it gives you hope that there's a lot that consensus that's going to be brought to the limelight, and then once it's brought to the limelight, of course, we are going to be seeing more solutions come up for it. People have always spoken about how maternity leave should be extended. People have spoken about how sanitary pads. There's an issue on the sanitary
There
pads.
are a lot of taxes of sanitary pads.
Yes, that surely should be
yes.
scrapped. That surely should be. That shouldn't even have happened in the first place.
But she's probably
you're going to see a lot.
Students in school.
Yes, I heard something like that. But for how long would that?
Free sanitary pads. It's not saying they're going for the sanitary pads every year, but probably they could give it to. They will definitely have a plan on how to do it.
You see, we hope it goes well. But then it gives us a lot of hope, and we hope that all that we've imagined and looked out for will come to the fore.
And then we also have the women's development bank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also,
women entrepreneurs and working women.
Okay.
So that it goes well.
That's beautiful. So, now let's speak of the first lady.
The first lady. Oh, okay. The president's wife.
The president's wife. The president's wife was ecstatic, brother.
It's always smiling.
She was calm, just smiling in the camera. She wasn't.
You can see at times with the camera, you can see there's some smiles like,
Is this really happening?
There's a lot. There's a lot in there.
You know, after the president won, he spoke in a church and said, even their marriage, the woman has been a pivot in the marriage. If not for her, it should have broken on.
Nanka. Is that not what the women are to you?
That's the job of good women.
So thank God.
She's been behind. I think she's the one that has really felt the heat of opposition. When the husband was feeling the pain, she will be the one to really feel it. But the anger will go to her, the neglect will go to her, everything will actually go to her.
It wouldn't have been an easy time, 8 years.
8 years.
It wasn't easy. And the way they were even sent out. So
now, let's come to the guests. There are lots of heads of states at the program. We also have celebrities and all that. Let's start with the Burkinabe president, Brian Traore. When a guy got up to go and shake hands with the president, he actually had a standing ovation. It's like he's a symbol of what Africa has been longing for.
Has been longing
and
for.
the country is really moving in the right direction.
We don't want democracy anymore. Because we are all hoping for another Jerry anyway. So Jerry didn't start as a democracy. So
no, yeah, we are hoping for another. In fact, they all took their inspiration from Jerry. That's the thing. But we fought for democracy, and democracy seemed to be like sort of the worst we've seen in Africa. Yeah, military rule brings about war and all that. We are not asking for war. You understand me? But when democracy comes and then people are just looting and looting. It makes us suffer the more. You understand? So when you see people, if he wasn't really right, I don't think people would have given a standing ovation. So it's not a matter of military or democracy. It's a matter of having a good leader.
And that makes me feel sometimes that discipline is our problem.
Yeah,
discipline. We know the right thing, but we are not ready to do. We are not a people of integrity. Because that's what the forces actually stand for, the security forces. So you know what is right, regardless of who is watching or not watching. You do the right thing at every point in time. So you have self-discipline.
You are always.
But unfortunately, even our security services is nothing to write home about. We've all those values have just been thrown to the corner. Everybody's just looking out for themselves. Where you can get a little something from, put it in your pocket. That is all we are about. But then you can see that. Yes. If we are reoriented, we are willing to learn to recover those values that we may have left behind. We need to go back for them. Be a people of discipline, work with integrity. Because it's from among us that our leaders will come out from. So it's very important, and that is what he symbolized. So when everybody saw him, knowing what he's been able to achieve at that young age, it was like, wow, there he comes.
And then he's done a lot.
We allowed him to hold a gun and go and greet our press.
Did you see how he took off his hat when he got to the vice president? When he climbed the stage, the guy just took off his hat and greeted the lady. before putting it on to greet them.
At the core of all the hardness, there's a softness at heart. He's a man.
High level of symbolism. Gentleman. Respect for women. It really made the woman feel, yes, madam, I respect you for your achievements. Took off the hat, greeted him before moving.
Put it back on.
Yes, and when he got to the Speaker of Parliament, he gave him the bullseye. But you see,
that's even what the Speaker wanted to give him.
you see, those things really show that really there's a cordial relationship. You don't need to be a democratic regime and what's the name? Military regime to have to be organized.
Yes, people shared their concerns about being, I don't know, friendly to somebody who was not of the democratic. I don't know if this was.
Is he a bad leader or a good leader? That should be the point. If he's a bad leader, then that's fine. But the guy has so far, and the people are happy.
He's done all he could to
he's done all he could.
Put the country back on track.
To put the country back on track, establishing factories and all that. So the people are really happy. You know, there've been attempts on his life, about 4 or 5 attempts on his life. But you see, when you're protected by God, nothing can go against you. Okay, now let's look at the Ghana issue. Well, people are speaking of the breach and all that.
Security breach.
So it's something we need to look at.
But you see the pictures you showed earlier. It shows he's been to the president's house and all of that.
So we have that kind of rapport.
Yeah. As much as on the outside it still shows as a security breach, we might want to pardon. I want to choose my words wisely because
I think that
it shouldn't have happened.
See, he's in a military regime. He could be attacked anywhere. You understand?
Our president could also be attacked anyway, and no one is above. I mean, you don't trust anyone at that time. Everybody just has to follow protocol because that's the only way we can assure his safety and security. But I take it that the cordial relationship and all of that might have made the security feel he
just
can.
Part of his regalia. They might not be bullets.
So we want to take it as that. After all, it's already happened. Then our president is still safe. So
the president is still safe. That's beautiful. The ceremony was beautiful. It was colorful. There were a few celebrities in attendance. I saw Chacha. Yes. Chacha, so it was generally a very beautiful thing. We'll come away again with such discussions. Things is done so far. Until then, this has been a discussion with the team.